Here we are looking at the SEFE daily chart. Before I get started, I would like to note to please check my IRP disclaimer, and along with that, I do own shares in the company, so please keep that in mind going forward. So before I even get to the chart, what I want to first do is just point out that the company did put out a press release this afternoon right around 2 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm not going to go over it in detail, but I did want to point out that there is a new press release available. And whether you go to Yahoo Finance, which this is through, or Google Finance, or MarketWatch, or wherever, take note that there is a new press release out. So I'd encourage you to go and check that out. So back to the chart. Obviously, like I said at the beginning, I do own shares in this, so I feel pretty darn bullish about the chart. And as you can see here, ever since it bottomed out here and then volume started to creep in, it's basically been green. Of course, there's been some consolidation days, but for the most part, I think it's pretty evident that it's just gone, higher lows and higher highs has been kind of the name of the game with this one so far. Today was very interesting. Not only was it the biggest volume day that it's had, since basically coming to life on two fronts actually. The first being not only share volume, but when you consider that this is the biggest day share volume wise combined with the actual price, this was by far the biggest dollar volume day too. So usually it's kind of the opposite. The biggest share volume days are when the price is much cheaper, but here we have biggest physical shares actually traded, and then you correspond that with the price. So dollar volume, I don't have the exact calculation, but very, very liquid today, which is always a good positive thing to see. So the first thing I want to point out is a couple moving averages, especially this blue line here, which is a 10-day simple moving average. This is, in a sense, kind of been surfing it, if you will, like a wave. And that's still not completely accurate because it's actually only been tested once, and it was tested right here, and you can see it held just like you would want to see it hold before kind of going into trampoline mode and then heading upwards like that. So support-wise, this is going to be the first level of support and key one that you want to see hold. And then even after today's shorter-term level of support is going to be right here around the $1.60 mark. So I'll get that changed here to green. So $1.60 is going to be the initial level of support, followed by the 10-day. And then the very important level of support comes right down here at, we'll call it the $1.35 range. Why is this so important? Well, if we look back through the history of the chart, you can see a bunch of price history right around it here. Again, right there. And then you can see right here when the price actually did break above it, it essentially hasn't looked back ever since that day. So $1.35 is also going to be a very key level of support. Resistance wise, not really much to say. As you can see, this was as high as it had gone. So right now we are in complete blue sky breakout territory. So that's never a bad thing. But resistances really don't have anything for you since we literally closed at the high of the day and we're already in blue sky breakout territory. So not much to say from that perspective. And what I wanted to end on is just dropping down to the 30-minute, which does a good job of showing what happened the last half an hour of the day. You can see that price was basically going sideways with low volume, so that's just exactly what you want to see during consolidation. And then literally we're on the 30-minute chart, so in the last half hour, check out this massive volume flow, and this candle just broke out of this nice little range here. So Monday should be pretty darn exciting, I'm thinking, but just a very strong close to the day, and I'm sure there will be plenty of eyeballs checking this one out over the weekend. Both with that news release and then just simply based on the technicals. Huge volume flow, and the good thing is the price actually reacted with it and moved upwards. There's nothing worse than seeing a big volume bar like this and then seeing the price either stay flat or worse yet go down. Obviously this was not the case. Big volume and nice price reaction. So Monday should be very exciting and very interesting to see what happens. So that is a chart. If there are any other questions on it, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com and sign up for the newsletter there. Once again, SEFE. Let's see what happens Monday. Thanks for listening.